I know for me, if I wanted $1 billion or something like that, I couldn't do that. That wouldn't be a way for me. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't do it. I'd probably kill myself. You know what I mean? I just couldn't live with myself like that. I certainly couldn't look my son in the eye. You know what I mean? But that's me. And maybe that's me, PTS. Maybe I'm fucked up. Maybe that's my conscience, whatever the fuck that is. But do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. I haven't quite had that confront of truth or evil, depending on what you want. But I don't know what the fuck anybody wants out of it.
Well, who's
like all this money is a big thing. Where does it go?
Well, we see recently there was a video released of Tom Cruise's birthday aboard the Free Winds, and I understand that there was 6 figures spent on the birthday party for Tom, and that's parishioners' money going to keep Tom Cruise happy.
Well, they figure that's worth it. According to him, he brings in just him being Tom Cruise. Per their viewpoint, he probably brings in $100,000 a day for this church in terms of interest and positive public relations, and so 6 figures ain't dick.
Right.
It's certainly, you could throw a party for him every day and it wouldn't really put a dent in their bank account. So I don't know what a party, people like to get mad at COs who take these big things, and Tom Cruise is party, and there was some, the fucking Free Winds is, let me tell you, is a flea bag. I mean, it's not a fucking nice boat, I mean, I've been on that thing. I got seasick every time. So.
But speaking of Tom Cruise, you were talking earlier about your identity being stripped and being replaced with that of Scientologist, and certainly you can see that in Tom Cruise and in the recent videotape that was released.
Yeah, but I would suspect that that's what's happened, and he was off for a while, and he's in gung-ho. I'm sure he went through a big ethics cycle and woke up, because he probably had some trouble with his wife and he found his ruin. I think he has trouble with girls or something like that. That might be his whatever. I don't know. Anyway,
at any rate, he seems like the ideal of what a Scientologist should be. I mean, dedicated.
Well, I was in there. COB called me the poster boy for Scientology. I was as gung-ho as you could get.
How did it turn around for you? Why did you start to doubt?
Well, it not only didn't work anymore, the more auditing I did, which I was more and more encouraged to do, the worse I got. I was starting to go fucking crazy. And it was fucking me up.
How far up the bridge did you go?
I'm a Class 5, OT5. I've done all my L's. Done a lot of, what do you call those fucking things? All those other courses, data series things, and blah, blah, blah. You know what's interesting to me? There was a big thing about maybe 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, that everybody wanted you to listen to your congresses, which is a Congress was this, meeting that LRH had starting in early 60s, and he would get a group of people together and he would give a series of lectures on X. And usually it all really had to do with clearing, because all the congresses were having to do with clearing. And let me give you, remember that I'm talking about the congresses. I'm going to give you the unabridged version. Is that okay?
Sure.
You sure?
I got time.
Okay. When I was in that TR's course, my very first week in Scientology. Now again, I'm an actor, so communication is something I kind of do for a living. And that's a whole course about communication. So I felt like I'm pretty good at this naturally. And one of the exercises is they use Alice in Wonderland, which has got full of these wild kind of sentences, and you take it and you read it to yourself and then you deliver it as your own. That's a TR1. TR2 is properly acknowledge somebody. So they say off with your head and you say thank you. to make sure they know it and end it, and there's all these other things. Now, here I was doing this TR. It happened to be TR2. And somebody said, off with your head. And I said, my God. And they flunked me. And I said, why? And they said, because you're showing, it's supposed to be just thank you, good, whatever. I said, no, read the fucking thing. It says appropriate acknowledgement. If somebody says off with your head, why do you think he chose Alice in Wonderland? And they bring the head technical person in the fucking place, and they're all invalidating the shit out of me, and I'm sticking to my guns. I finally am crying. I said, you guys are fucking wrong. Who the fuck talks like that? Thank you. I got it. Okay. Good. Wow. That would be way too much. Wow. Okay? I totally duplicate that. This is the way you're supposed to talk. I'm really talking to you. But do you see how I'm not? So it's there. this is perfect in terms of their idea. All right, I got it. Okay, so that was good TRs. It wasn't excellent. Excellent TRs is more like this. You're really conversational, but I'm not moving, and I'm really looking at you, and I'm ready for everything. And I don't blink, and I'm not really, your eyes stink. Okay? So it's that kind of fucking deal. Some gum wore Sue up. Anyway, that's just a private joke. Okay. You know that one, right? Anyway, Mu Gu Gai Pan. These are words that just, you can talk gibberish in Scientology to help you learn your TRs. And one of the things written down is some gum wore Sue up. That's not a sentence. That's like written like Chinese, S-U-M. Anyway, so at any rate, so I'm in there and I'm fucking crying and shitting and like blah, blah, blah. So finally I stop and I toe the line and I'm like, thank you, okay, good, And then about 4 years later in some event, COB, David Miscavige says, hey, there's been this big breakthrough in this golden age of tech. Fucking piece of shit. One of the things is, here's the real thing. People have been doing the improper acknowledgement. You're supposed to have, it says appropriate acknowledgement. And they have LRH on tape saying, somebody said off with your head and he goes, my God, that's the right way to do it. So here I was, this guy, first day of school, and I had it right. Now, cut 2. You're asking me how I got out. So I'm in the fucking thing, and they keep telling me I got to do this action, and I got to do this, and you got to do this sec checking, and all this shit. And I'm like, you fucking people, I wouldn't show up here if I wasn't ready. And they would be sec checking, which is basically asking me for my crimes and charging me thousands. I probably paid 50 grand, in sec checks to get this shit together because everything was fucked up. So it must be that I'm fucked up. And I kept saying, these sec checks are killing me. And this is the standard tech now. This is the golden age of tech. And I finally just said, you know something, motherfuckers? I don't care. You could get LRH to fly down here back from fucking Target 2 and tell me that I am fucking doing it wrong. I am not going in session and doing this shit. You guys are fucking killing me. I am here to tell you, you're fucking me up. So I'm out of here until you fucking wake up. Okay? And then they come back to my house and they're offering me free auditing. I say, show me where free auditing is standard. You're not giving me standard tech. Now you want to fix it by more unstandard shit? Get the fuck out of here. You ask Griffey Blythe and the whole rest of those motherfuckers at AO if this is a lie. It's the fucking truth. And I'm out. And then they call and I just went on course because I couldn't take any more of this fucking auditing. It was killing me. So then they come out with this thing. And then, Jason, you have to see this. I wouldn't even go to events, Because I'm at events, everybody's like, hey, how you doing? And I go, good. I just couldn't fucking lie anymore. I'm ready to fucking die, And I told him, I'm not going. I can't participate. Because my role was like Jason Beghe. I couldn't be like, yeah, well, I'll tell you the truth, I'm fucked up. I hate OT5, and everything's going fucking shitty, and it's fucking not working, and it's costing me a shitload of money, and I'm more unhappy than I've ever been in my entire fucking life.
What would happen if you spoke truthfully?
Well, I would tell that truth. I would talk to RTC and all these things, but it's bad PR. It's none of anybody else's business. You're not supposed to talk about your case. So this is going on, honey, this is going on I was in Scientology maybe 10, 11 years. The last 8 years like that, okay? And I'm paying fucking money. Maybe I paid $1 million fucking dollars. I don't know. I don't even keep track. I just said, okay, here's another fucking thing.